Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
72 from Shri Shri Radha Rasa Sudha
72.
Mahabhava.
But I will suggest, today I am reading and listening morning, which number was 13 or 14. We cannot read one page. It's a sadhak deha, sadhana, but we cannot complete from 2 days one page. So, what type of thing you want to do? Sadhak deha is fixed, then siddha deha goes. If my sadhak deha sadhana is not fixed, how I will enter in siddha deha? Understand? Outside has to be fixed nicely. Then we can enter inside. And outside is not fixed. I have too much problem. Then how I will go inside? Understand? Yeah. Then I close this.
You want to know?
No, then it's noisy. Yeah.
13.
Not today. Or I don't remember. But 13, 14 like this. What you're reading it.
Verse 72 from Shri Shri Radha Rasa Sudha. May Shri Radhika, who creates millions of cupids with her restless, playful glances that are with a very proud twanging of a big trembling bow, who is in the first beginning of her youth, who is an astonishing endless stream of sweetness. May she be our mistress.
What is this? Kishori, what is the meaning of this? You are translating. Again, listen. Chakku, you have to explain. Listen. Well, teacher. I don't know
That's so me. Gurudev, I don't hear anything.
Now you will hear I am talking with someone. Now it's okay. Read.
May Shri Radhika, who creates millions of cupids with her restless, playful glances.
See, she is the creator of Cupid. She is the mother of Cupid. No? She creates. Only by glance.
Her restless glances.
The playful, restless madness of Krishna, but his lover, madness. She created the Cupid. There are two Cupids. One is a material Cupid who sees through false ego, and one is a spiritual Cupid. And she created that Cupid. Is she creator? by looking restless eyes, the divine Cupid forget his supremacy and he start dancing. Rasa Vichar, Tattva Vichar. Krishna's son is Cupid. Abhimanyu, or what is the name? Pradyumna was Cupid. Tattva Vichar and Rasa Vichar, she creates millions of Cupid by her restless eyes to make mad the controller of universe.
Dances are like the very proud, twanging, big trembling bow. Radhika is in the first beginning of her youth. An astonishing, endless stream of sweet. May she be our mistress. There are plenty of people who know how to take something from Krishna. But how many people know how to give to him?
Yeah. Go.
There are plenty of people who know.
Clear now?
Radhe Gurudev, still there is a lot of wind on the microphone. We cannot hear.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, now it sounds better.
Should I read the verse again? One more time.
Yeah, thank you.
Come in picture.
May Sri Radhika, who creates millions of cupids with her restless, playful glances that are like the very proud twanging of a big trembling bow, who is in the first beginning of her youth, and who is an astonishing, endless stream of sweetness. May she be our mistress. There are plenty of people who know how to take something from Krishna, but how many people know how to give to him?
Yeah, first thing. First, you thinking to take something from Krishna or to give something to Krishna. All is thinking to take something, blessing from him, to remove my difficulties, my problems, right? When the day will come that I want to give to him, that is start love, right? Or taking is start love. Then I see that he is a God, I will take from him. This is my hope to be related with him. When he is my Swamini lover, I want to give everything to him. I want to serve him. How I will learn how to give him? I cannot learn to give him without taking shelter of Radha. Because she gives to Krishna. She never take anything from him. This is a unconditional love. In any circumstances, she wants to give. What you want, I will give to you. That is divine. That is the purity and its spirituality. Give and take is a business, shop, marketing. No relation, impersonal. Then we want to take from you. Okay, good price, I want to take. In love, if I will cheat it, I will be. In love, I want to give it. That is the meaning of love. I feel lucky to cheated by her, and love never cheated. Is the pure never happening like she gave. She created the cupid. So that is the one point of the creating madness. He cannot understand. Whole world is asking from me, and he want to give me everything. What I think she gave. So she said, I want to be your student. I want to learn from you. How you got this mood, from where you got it. Sorry that you have to say, I say little I prepare, then you will start flowing. Huh? You go on. Yeah.
So there are plenty of people who know how to take something from Krishna, but how many people know how to give to him?
Yeah.
Only the people of Vraja, who are love personified, know it.
Only people of Brajamin who accept one mallow. Accept the mallow, give me the mic. One mallow is mother mallow. Become mother. Mother give all. She never expect from the child that he will care to me. She give till her birth, last birth. Right or not? See that. Although she is in difficulty, but when the child is in difficulty, she wants to give everything. His voice is there? Yeah?
Yes, Gurudev, we can hear you.
Yeah. Oh. So giving. When the love starts, you give. When relation starts, you give. This giving tendency is a Radha Rani shelter. Shelter of Mahabhav. How some feelings are good. Material thing, it's not valuable because I got the feeling to realize it. And out of expectation, I never had the feeling to understand this feeling. How this understanding was not clear in my life. Love is to give. Love is to feel. So she is teaching us how to feel and give. Go on.
Only the people of Vraja, who are love personified, know it. Giridhari lifts Govardhana hill, but Mother Jashoda does not forget about his meals.
Ah, you see that? For child. And a Girdhari took the mountain for his friends, mother, and all Brajavas. He want to take all the pain on his finger to protect everyone. This is also giving. Is okay? Moving on. 2 minutes we can do. Is he open?
She tells to Nanda Maharaj, "Oh, why don't you hold this mountain for a while so that I can breastfeed my Gopal a little?"
You see? Jaho. Jaho. Are, take the mountain out of you, idiot. I can feed myself. My Lala. Giving. Always tendency to give. Wow. Thank you.
Sri Radhika thinks, "O Creator, how much you have blessed me by making it necessary for Priyatama to carry this mountain so that I can see him constantly." And she prays to Giriraj, Don't be too heavy for this tender boy to carry, even though Krishna clearly shows his divine prowess during this pastime. The Vrajapasis experience only his sweetness. They have forgotten everything about wanting and taking, and they are only absorbed in thoughts of giving. One accepts the mood of the gopis in order to be able to give up thoughts of taking and asking, and to learn how to think only about how to give.
That is the meaning of Gopi Bhakti, when this tendency comes to me.
I have one question. When we read in Vilapa that Tulasi Manjari is asking, oh, when will you give me the remnants of your food or something? What does she want to give then to Radharani?
The food, what she is asking from Radhika to take blessing of, she is not asking even. She is feeding herself that she will take. She put in the, she see everything and she put in the lips, from his lips to his Tulsi Manjari lips. This is the mercy. She never asked any place, show me up. She is fed and she put in the mouth to mouth because she see the confidence of her and service and kind, and always fixed in the service. Then she do this. We every day ask, give mercy, but she is not giving because my mind is different, less fixed. She gave the person soul who took the mood of Manjari and who really become Radhadas. Really, she is following her. Other, they are every day asking, but nothing happening because we are missing the goal. Of our movement is wrong place. Our goal is different. Search the line and show me that she is asking for the prasad of Radhika. Never. She is living in that. She no ask need to ask. She wash the feet and drink that water. She is always like a shadow to her. Radhika take care of the Manjari. And Manjari say, why you bothering? I am with you now. Why you bother Radhika? I will take care of her. What you say in Hindi, say that. I want to know. Very right. Gopinath say in Hindi.
The other day we were listening when Radharani goes on Abhisar, and suddenly she becomes fearful. She's looking around. She stops. She looks into Tulsi's eyes, and Tulsi Manji looks into her eyes, and she says, in Hindi I say first, she says, "Ab chaliye na, ab ruk ke gayi, आगे बढ़िए अगर आप नहीं आगे बढ़ेंगे तो आज रासलीला का आनंद कैसे होगा." Means that she says, why you're stopping, my Swamini? Go on, I'm with you. Don't you worry. You have to go to the Kunja. If you don't go to the Kunja, then how will the Raslila be fulfilled today? How will we have the bliss today? So don't you worry. I'm always with you.
You see? She said, you don't need to bother. You don't need to bother. I will bother for you. This is that love.
Gurudev, there's one more thing when I was just feeling when Radharani gives her remnants to Tulsi Manjari, it's also that only the Manjaris can relish the intimate pastimes. And
One might keep.
nobody else can relish the Kunja Leela. So Radha and Mohan need the Manjaris to relish this, also to share it. So this is also why they give the remnants to them, because the Manjari know what happened in the pastime. So when the Manjaris get the clothes or the food
Why are
remnants,
you trying now?
it also means that they understand what happened in the Leela.
Only one try. Talk in mic. Yeah. No, I don't need. You have to come advance to fix it. No disturbance, silence. My bhav go out.
One accepts the mood of the gopis in order to be able to give up thoughts of taking and asking, and to learn how to think only about how to give. Shri Radha only thinks of Mohana's happiness, and the maidservants thinks only of the happiness of Yugala Kishore. In the previous verse, Shripada in Sadakavesh experienced the sweetness of Srimati's knitted eyebrows, and in this verse he sees the sweetness of her sidelong glances. One single glance can enchant Mohana completely.
In sadhak ways, this has to be meditated when we are in sadhak ways and go to see my Istadev, deity, Radha and Krishna. What to do? Read again.
In the previous verse in Sadakavesh, Shripada experienced the sweetness of Srimati's knitted eyebrows.
That to what? To your Istadev. How is eyebrow? Sadhak ways.
And in this verse, he sees the sweetness of her sidelong glances.
And he sees sweetness of sidelong glance also. This is the oneness that we can feel it in sadhak ways also. This was the desire of the Tulsi Manjari. This is the desire of Raghunath Das Goswami in sadhak ways.
One single glance can enchant Mohana completely. Radhika's glance has the power of the arrows of millions of cupids and agitates even Mohana, who is himself the transcendental youthful cupid of Vrindavan.
One is a material cupid, one is a transcendental. When we see the transcendental cupid, it's coming from my chitta vritti, my sarup. And when I see the run with material cupid, it comes from my false material cupid, running for the material. I was so rascal that I don't know transcendental cupid is also there. By all of your association, I got it. Mercy to understand. Before I was running for only material cupid. With my karmendriya and jnanendriya, and my mind is influenced with the false. This was my condition. And I think we are all affected with that. Without meditating in our Sarupa ways in Ishtadev not possible to change.
Vrindavan aprakrita navina madana kama gayatri kama bija jahara upasana. Chaitanya Chaitanya.
Please explain Jananda Maharaj. Read again.
Vrindavana aprakrita navina madana kama gayatri kama bija jahara upasana.
Who is speaking to you? Who is speaking?
So Vrindavan, there is a Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, there is a, say, apakrita.
Can I say something?
Yes, Gurudev.
This Gopal mantra, what ends with Gopi Janavallava, that is the key point. Means Gopi Janavallava, the day you understand your constitutional position. I like Krishna because of he is Gopi Janavallava. He is dear to the gopis. Narayan Maharaj say the first word is for mother, motherly love. Govinda, second word is for the friendly. Hare Govinda, all the friends say. And the third word is for the gopi, Gopi Janavallava. So we have to follow what gopis beloved. Krishna, who is the beloved of Gopi, that Krishna, who is always naveen, new and beautiful and smart in the eyes of Gopi. And he danced for Chachiyavar Chach Pe Nachna Chare. For the some 1 cup of buttermilk, he start dancing to please gopis. This Krishna and this love of Krishna make him Supreme Lord, that he is so great, no one can do like him. And Kama Gayatri, if you read the 16 of Vilap Kusumanjali, you understand how they helping Manjaris to the Radha and Krishna to make both of them happy. Not easy to explain that. Only to understand that divine feeling of that.
So usually Gurudev, Kama Gayatri, Krishna has 5 arrows to attract Brajavashi, especially Braja Gopi. But here mentioned, Radharani has a special arrows and eyebrows and actually some glance. That's Radharani's arrows. And actually Krishna attract Braja Gopi and Saki, but Radharani attract even Madana, Krishna.
And he becomes fainted.
This is really amazing. If we see Tattva Vichara, Gurudev mentioned, Krishna is Supreme Lord. So Krishna attract all living entity, including Brajavasi and Braja Gopi. But if we see Rasa Vichara, Srimati Radharani has special feeling with Mahababa.
Yeah.
She even attract Madana, divine Cupid.
Cupid has no activeness. He lose all his senses. Why should he come? And Radhika is telling, oh, my dear Tulsi, help him that he can wake up again. He is in the code of sleeping code. Help him to wake up that he can put some arrow. But he cannot. Beautiful mantra. Mahaprabhu mercy, we receive it. We chant, it taste comes. My Radha Mohan Baba, he chant 12 years only Kamagatri. Kamagatri, 12 years non-stop he is chanting. You can imagine how he was Siddha. Deep meaning. How much you want to go deep, you can go in.
Yes, Gurudev.
Go on, read. Now you explain why. And other who like to share.
Vrindavana aprakrita navinamadana kama gayatri kama bije yahara upasana. How sweet is Srimati's puberty. Shri Rupa Goswami teaches us, Rupam kim api anirvacham tanor madhuryam uchyate. Madhurya means some indescribable physical appearance. How many streams of astonishment are caused by Srimati's indescribable sweetness as she enters the first stage of youth.
So Gurudev, it is said, rasa. What is rasa? This is Anantada Baba say. Rasa is kind of something astonishing and something divine. So Srimati Radhika's appearance is completely astonishing and so beautiful. Krishna was automatically attracted. Actually, Adbhut. So we cannot say by words. Krishna is sometimes trembling. Sometimes Krishna loses words. Sometimes Krishna is kind of fainting. This is Radharani's Madhurya, beauty, physical beauty.
Along with adolescence, the powerful King Cupid enters her childlike body, making her buttocks and her breasts grow and her waist become slender. Her eyes become naughty and her steps become restless. If the beginning of Srimati's adolescence is already so astonishing, then what to speak of her full adolescence? All these things can only be experienced in Swarupavesh, absorption in consciousness of one's eternal spiritual body, and not as long as one is in gross or subtle bodily consciousness. Astonishment equals rasa, according to Srila Kavi Karnapur. Some people ask, why do the followers of the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition not call Radharani mother? If she is Lord Krishna's consort, then she must be the mother of the world. What is the harm in calling her mother? The answer is as follows. There are two ways of seeing God. One way is called tattva, or spiritual truth, and the other is called rasa, or spiritual flavor. From the tattva point of view, Krishna is everything. He is all-pervading, and he is truth and knowledge personified. From the rasa point of view, he is full of love, full of nectar, and full of pastimes. From the tattva point of view, he is blissful in himself. He has all his desires fulfilled. He is without hunger and thirst. And from the rasa point of view, he is always hungry and thirsty for the love of his devotees. Although these characteristics seem to contradict each other, they become compatible because of the Lord's inconceivable potency. One can relish the rasa based on the firm foundation of tattva. The Lord's manifestation in Vrindavana is the form of all nectarian mellows, and rasa is mostly experienced there. Rasa is like the moss, moss that covers a huge lake of tattva. In Vraja, devotees forget Krishna's divine prowess and consider him Lokika Sadbandhu.
Wow, explain this. Narayan Maharaj always Jananda Maharaj.
So, in Vaikuntha, the devotee was attracted by his power and opulence. Then some feeling is coming. Feeling is some awe and reverence. But if our relationship become more strong due to our bhava, spiritual feeling, and then that love become very strong, then especially Brajavasi forget Krishna is Supreme Lord. So Brajavasi is thinking, oh, Krishna is my son, Krishna is my friend, and Krishna is my lover. So, in Vaikuntha, we may say, Lakshmiji is maybe some kind of mother or some kind of queen. But our Manjari is loving feeling is very strong, but try to cooperate with Radha, and you want to serve.
In Tattva, one has to be higher and other has to prayer. One has to adore and other has to be follower of adoring. That is Tattva Vichara. I want to adore someone and then I never develop relation with that. How you can, the person who is king, how you will develop relation with him? Impossible. You can adore and you respect and go out. You cannot sit near to that person. You cannot make the friendship with the king. You have to live in the etiquette. And even the mother cannot feed the breast because he is the higher than mother. Mother has to adore like a Devaki. Devaki mother was there. He is praying to the Devaki that I want son like a Narayan. And when he appears, she cannot feed the breast because there is a tattva vichar. There is no rasa vichar. But mother Jasuda has only rasa vichar, no tattva vichar. So Krishna thinks to be like a human, I will come. I will appear from Goloka now to rasa vichar, to play with all my devotees and live in the rasa. So he appeared for that, to play like a friend, like a mother, like a lover. And that want to try to help this way. There is no adoring business. Like a Narayan you adore, you cannot touch him. This is the Krishna. Naravadali, human like a human. He also feel, he also become hungry, he also feel heat, he also sweating, he also need fan, he need also light, he need the same thing what I like. He also thirsty with water, he also need juice, he need also ice cream. When he is a baby, he also need toffee to eat, rasgulla to eat. He need makhan misri to eat. He go to the stealing, to the home of other who has the butter. So this is a Naravad, the human, like a human, he do the part. Not like a god, not like a Narayan. He is not interested for adoring. My followers adore me. He loves me like I want. That is making Krishna proud in Krishna. This is teaching of Narayan Maharaj. Yeah. Yes.
So in Braja, the devotee forgets Krishna's divine prowess and considers him the Lokika Sat Bandhu.
Yeah. Are they like my son, friend? Mother said, my son, he is not a god. Who said this? He is a cowboy. The friend say, oh, he is my friend. I make horse to him and I am riding on him. He is not a god.
The good worldly friend, son or lover, and Krishna reciprocates with
that's
these.
the beauty of this Krishna, naughty Krishna. Then he behaves same way.
The Gaudiya Vaishnavas strongly prefer the loving service of Radha over that of Krishna and want to serve her as Manjaris, spiritual handmaids.
Wow. Spiritual?
Handmaid is a maidservant.
Maidservant. Maid. I want to be maid.
Although Chaitanya Charitamrita includes statements like Sarva Palika Sarva Jagat Tera Mata, Radha is everyone's protectress and she is the mother of the whole world, the parental relationship is not compatible with the amorous relationships. and therefore the words Mother Radharani cannot be heard from the mouths of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. With the melting heart of an associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sripada says, Bhavatu na Shri Radhika Swamini, let Radhika be our mistress. It's the end of verse 72.
Yeah. Oh. Anyone want to comment? Then Jananda Maharaj will conclude that. Anyone to say something here, and Jananda Maharaj will conclude. Which number morning we are reading? From 3 days? 14 we are reading. Read that. Sadhak Deha, how to do sadhana. Yes, Sadhak Deha. Without making Sadhak Deha perfect, no way to enter into the Deha. 3 days Gaurachandra want to teach us.
Jai Ho.
Chandra. We cannot finish it. 3 days is one paragraph we blocked. We are calculating ourselves where we are doing mistake and how to improve. You see?
The purport is very long of this verse. So we are a little stuck.
Radhe. Yeah, the purport is quite long of, I think, verse 13 and 14. We are since some days in that only. So, yeah, I want to respond to Jayananda telling how the sidelong glance of Radharani makes Krishna faint and her knitting eyebrows can control him fully. And then from the purport of Anantadas Babaji, something came in my mind that was so beautiful, what Anantadas Baba is writing. So we listen that all the yogis and like Narada, they try to reach to Krishna, but they have difficulties to even have the darshan of his lotus feet. What to speak of the normal jivas. So Anantadas Baba is writing that Krishna, actually, he is the shelter of the whole world. But Radharani is the shelter of Krishna. He takes shelter in her. But the Manjari is the shelter even of Radharani. When they go on Abhisa, what Gopinath explained before, Radharani is fully dependent on the help of the Manjari. She trusts her Manjari so fully that she takes the guidance and needs the help, because in the dark night, in the forest, with the wild animals, with strong desire and excitement to meet Mohan, so she is worried, watching all around and cannot find the way alone. So Tulasi is telling her, don't bother, I take care of you. So Krishna is the shelter of the whole world, Radharani is the shelter of Krishna, and the Manjari is the shelter of Radharani. Jai Ho, Radhe Radhe. That was very beautiful reading. Jai Anantadas Babaji ki jai.
Jai.
It even goes further, no? That also Krishna is dependent on the manjaris. No?
Wow. Yes. Say some pastime.
There is also one beautiful pastime, what Gaurachandra was just mentioning, when Radha goes to Abhisar and she's fully covered in white sandal paste and her ornaments and her white dress are all blending with the moon. So Tulsi and the Manjaris take Radha to the Kunja and Krishna Mohan is waiting already, but he doesn't see her. She's fully blended with the moon, and then Tulsi puts Radharani's hand into Mohan's hand and says, take her, here she is. And then when we were listening to this pastime, this feeling came that even Krishna cannot do without the manjaris. He also has to take shelter. He didn't recognize her, but the manjaris told her that she's here now.
Jai-ho!
Jai-ho.
They are so rasic, I have no way to escape from this.
Gurudev, you're infusing.
No,
You're
I don't know. I haven't. I'm still a student now. I have no idea much. By your grace, all of your grace, I forget Tattva Vichar, Rasa Vichar. From 2 days, Gaura Chandra is telling about this, that I remember Tattva Vichar and Rasa Vichar. I forget Tattva Vichar and Rasa Vichar. And now you see Anandas Babaji say Tattva Vichar and Rasa.
Radhe,
Radhe, Radhe.
Gurudev,
Yeah.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
We read in the verse that Radhika creates 1,000,000 cupids.
Yeah.
But Guru, is it not what Gurudev does to create out of us 1,000,000 cupids? You're turning the devotees into 1,000,000 lovers.
Explain what is the reason, what is their subject.
So Uddhav Bhaiya is saying that Gurudev that
Gopinath explaining.
No, I'm just repeating, Guru, so that you can explain to us that Guru creates lovers for the divine. So Radharani creates millions of cupids and Guru is creating millions of lovers.
Yes, right.
Did I get it right, Uddhav?
Yes, that's what it is.
Right. We are Radha Dasi.
Mm-hmm.
We give the bhava. Bhava means feeling. This feeling brings us to Radha, to Mahabharata. What we miss in material life, we lose to feel something. When the feeling comes, then tears come. When the tears come, that is the feeling tears is the more fortunate time in our life. And these tears make us so pure to realize what is the beauty of the feeling.
Jai-ho.
Yeah. Gurudev, you were saying today, we are soul, but can the soul love?
That's the problem of the soul. Soul can be God because the soul is a condition. Prabhupada said, take the Bhagavad Gita last chapter. Soul is a condition. Marginal because of the senses, body and false ego. These are the condition of the soul. So I even not think for the soul. I am so conditioned. And ping pong, marginal. If anyhow we will start to become religious devotee, religious outside. Religious means outside. Inside is a spiritual. When I want to be religious, then ping pong. Sometimes I'm so that I'm a very good person. And again, the desire to go out to water and to take the other ideas, material things also. So both never go ping pong. And independency also is there. Because God is independent, super soul is independent. And sometimes we don't only want to be independent, we want to be conditioned. Independent. And I want to be God also, because I see only God, super soul. So why not I become God? Enjoy. I use independency of mercy of the Lord to become like Him. and to become enjoyer, real enjoyer. I not identify him, I start identifying myself. But you ask honestly to realized Guru, he will not say that I am a Guru. He will say, I am the student of my spiritual master. What he guide me, I do that. If somebody say, I become Guru, is no hopeless Guru. Because he cut the relation with his Gurudev. If he become God, he cut the relation with the God, he become God. So that way, when we cut the relation, my spirituality is gone. My divine connection, I lose. It becomes long distance call. A local call is not that. Local call can be only possible when we stay in my Sarup identity. Soul is the base for Sarup. And this not a Krishna mercy, this mercy of Alladani by his love. She sent her Dasi, maid servant, to inspire this mercy to the Jiva. And this Dasi bring the masses of what seva you have to do, what mood you have to do, what kunja you have to be with me. This is your responsibility. Then Gurudev think this seva, this mood, which manjari has. Then he select the manjari name. He select the dress like that, body color like that. And then we practice to reach that point. Right? This is the gift of Radhika. How without her mercy, she will accept us. She accepts because she is blessed to her Dasi to do this for me. I like this to bring him in my service. She become fit now. Oh, I divert something. Yeah. Very, very natural, very practical. And this is the reason to practice. This was the Prabhupada gift. Prabhupada talking Sarup and Sarup Siddhi. Sarup and Sarup Siddhi is our constitutional position to fix, to go back to my home. There is no other way to go back to home without knowing my constitutional position. If I don't know my constitutional position, again I will come in the circle of death and birth. No way out to leave that circle. Why he say, back to home? What he say?
Back to God.
Back to God. Why back to God? How I can back? If I don't know myself, who will go back? My material body will go back. My ego will go back. My senses will go back. My relation will bring me back. My loving exchange will bring me back. I am so much love living in this material body that you cannot leave me. And I will not leave you. This love can do. Love can. Only love can. Yeah. Take care.
May I share something?
Yes, sure. You have to. My Raghunath Baba want to share.
Yeah.
Realize.
Radhe, my dears. Wow, so nice vibes here. It's incredible. So emotional. If you all could be here, I mean, you are here, but to be here is very, very special. And yesterday, I was taking darshan, the last darshan from Radha Mohan, and I was looking at the altar and I only saw Radha. I was only Radha, and suddenly a playtime revealed in my heart. And that was that Radharani, she was in a kunja, and he was walking around and thinking, where is my Tulsi? Where is my Tulsi? And suddenly Tulsi came through the door and stayed in front of Radha with tears in her eyes. And then Radha was asking, did you see my Mohan? Did you see my Mohan? Tulsi, did you see my Mohan? Where is my Mohan? And Tulsi, you met him, right? Where is my Mohan? Where is my Mohan? And then Tulsi said, I met him in Nandishwar, in Nandakram, when I took the remnants to bring it to you. And then she said, and how was it? How was it? Did he ask you something? And Tulsi was quiet. And then Radharani told Tulsi, come here, come closer, come closer, come closer. And she looked into Tulsi's eyes. And then she asked, what did he say? What did he say? And Tulsi said, with tears in her eyes, always flowing, totally in ecstasy, totally in feelings towards Radha, her Swamini. And she said, you know what? He's asking me something through the eyes, through his eyes. He was asking me if there is possible a meeting today, tonight. Can I meet my beloved? He was asking me through the eyes because there were superiors around. He could not ask it. He just had to ask through the eyes. And then Tulsi also answered through the eyes to him. And she said, yeah, it's possible. And this is what Radharani felt. That's why she was looking in the eyes of Tulsi, that she could see her Mohan. This is like what Gopinath and Gaurachandra shared before. The relation from the mantras is so incredible close that, yeah, it's just, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. I mean, what can be said? We can go into these feelings and feel our Swamini so close and taking shelter in her. And then we get from our Satak there, Vesh outspoken now, then we can take refuge in the shelter of Radha's lotus feet, and then we can get normal again, because we're all abnormal, you know that? Mm-hmm. We are totally abnormal. We still think that the material world is something where we can find something. We can't find nothing what means spirituality, only through the guidance, only through the navigators, only through the contact with the deities. Only through this we can find some relief to get out of that material world and then to connect like our Swarup. And then everything is revealed. We don't have to read any more books, nothing. All knowledge, forget it. So many books were written, but for what? If there are only 2 books important, Radharasa Sudhanidhi and Vila Kusumanchali. That's at least my heart. I don't know what is yours, but this is only my focus now. And
what we learn from Radharasa Sudhanidhi and what we learn from Vila Kusumanchali.
We learn from Radharasa Sudhanidhi.
No voice is coming.
That's my feeling. About Radharani and the relation from Radha to Mohan. And it's a little bit like a mixture between Babulashrati and Sansneha. There's some Gopi, there's some Shaki mood also inside, but in Vilap Kusumanchari it's only Manchari mood. That is my feeling towards these 2 books.
And what is Manjari feeling? That you explain.
The Manjari feeling for me is that you only want to take refuge in Radha's lotus feet. We have nothing anymore than her.
Whole life I practice to Krishna, and what you said, new subject. Whole life I practice to follow Krishna, and in old age you said to follow this new subject. How I will do that?
You want me to ask? I do the answer.
Yeah.
I think there is, because it's still abnormal when we go towards Krishna. It's abnormal. It's not our real fulfillment. It's not our real Ananda. It's only one part of this whole story. There's my object. The object is Radha, of my worship, of my wanting, of my love, is Radha. It's not Krishna. So what I feel is here is very, very deep. Prabhupada Shrani, what means that is Manchari Bhav. That means totally one-pointed. Atik Sneha means one-pointed completely. And if there's then, because we can feel about, or we can see Mohan through Radha, because if we are with Radha, Mohan automatically comes. Like these playtimes, which I just revealed, because it was also revealed like this. So I revealed it to you, and this is what is happening. We automatically with when we are with Radha, Mohan comes automatically, but we don't want to. I personally tell you the truth. Maybe there was in the past some understanding of God, especially when you see Bhagavad Gita. Okay, in Bhagavad Gita, when you see that fourth verse, in the fourth chapter, you see that he comes to reestablish all the religious principles, every saying and so on, what is described there. And then he said, Savadhamma Parichaja. In the last part, that means at the beginning he's like the king, the Narayan, and the Aishwarya mood. And in the last part of Bhagavad Gita, Mohan is totally in love. And he tells it, Mam ekam sharanam vraja. He says, my only one. She's my only one. She's so beautiful. She's so wonderful. She's my only one. That is, so actually Mohan is also happy. He's very happy, is Mohan, when we are with Radha. This is real Krishna consciousness. That is what I feel. What do you say, Chaitanya Maharaj?
So this oneness coming from Mahaprabhu through Gurudev. Therefore, Gurudev could expand that feeling, which Uddhava Prabhu saying, Gurudev. So, if this is Mahaprabhu mercy, this is Gurudev, Guru Manjari's mercy. That's I can say.
Yeah, our navigator is perfectly situated, and he brings us right to the lotus feet of Radha Mohan, for sure. And his navigation is also intact, because his navigator is also totally situated, and so on. So we can go up till Nityananda. This is perfect navigation we got, and we can be very happy to have found that in our life, because this gives real happiness. So many years, like Guru said now, but why? Why we were only about talking about Krishna or hearing about Krishna? Because nobody explained us. The navigation was wrong. It's also this. Because how can we find this real navigator? And there's one answer for me. That's an intense desire to find real love, unconditional love. Then Radharani sends us all, the navigator, everything we need. She sends us, and then we can be rightly navigated. So only eye contact is sufficient. Can you imagine? Only eye contact says everything.
Yeah.
Radharani looks in the eyes of Tulasi. You can really feel it. And then she says, wow, you haven't seen him. Because they had eye contact and she still sees. I mean, what words can be spoken? Nothing. We only can feel it. This is a feeling which is so beautiful and so intense that there's no comparison anymore with nothing. Radha. Yeah, this is what I just, sorry that I extended a little bit. Radhe, Radhe.
Jai Ho.
Thank you. Radhe Radhe Go.